Hello and welcome back to another week of Two Sheep and a Fool. My name's Ben.
My name's James.
How you doing?
Weird now that you had that weird gap in between the introduction and then asked me how I was doing.
Well, I thought you kind of paused. I thought you were going to carry on, so I thought I'll give you time to finish your thought. And then it never came, so that's
what
why
do you mean? My thought was just me saying my name.
You look like you're going to launch into something, though. I thought there was a complaint on your mind.
I
you
do
were
have
just
a complaint.
I've got to get straight in there.
I do. Yeah, it's been bothering me for past few days.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you've seen in the news recently that
Probably not.
there has been a couple of shootings in America.
Yeah, I have seen this.
You have seen this, yeah. Have you seen that, which is obviously horrible and horrendous,
yeah.
and, you know, I feel bad for those people that have died and how horrendous that whole thing is.
Yeah.
The thing that's annoyed me is that every time something like this happens, they always, I say they, governors and senators would come along and blame video games.
Really?
Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of people come along and say, oh, this is because of video games. This is because of Call of Duty. This is because of Fortnite and all these shooting games. And it to me, it's always people that have never played a game, don't really understand the concept of gaming, but see that, oh, it's somebody shooting a gun, that's bad, that caused this, how terrible video games must be because of it.
Curious that they pin it on video games and not the non-existent gun laws that make guns so readily available in America.
Exactly. There is those people out there, like the National Rifle Association, that have massive swaying power within the US because they lobby lots of money, give lots of money to different senators and governors for, you know, backing, basically. So these have lots of power, so nobody really wants to come out and say anything against them, whereas video games is an easy scapegoat to point the finger at and say, yo, this is you. And it's...
But I don't think there's, because this has come up in the past where I've seen things, and I don't think there is really any correlation that's been found between them.
No.
I think there was one case I remember that was definitely big here around the time that maybe Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, or maybe even the one before that, where I think there was someone who had a lot of mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I think he had played Grand Theft Auto at some point.
Right.
I don't know whether there was any tie found between it, but I remember that all the news outlets were jumping on that at the time. Because I remember my mum was like, you can never play this game because
it'll make you a murderer, Ben.
Well, yeah.
How many people must play these shooting games versus how many people go out and kill people?
Yeah.
There surely is no evidence to show that these cause violence or even make people more violent.
Nah. No more so than any TV program, book, film, knowledge of studying war and history.
Yeah.
No.
You could probably argue, you know, boxing increases fighting and stuff like that. Is that more likely to cause aggression, or is it oh no, because it has, you know, martial arts and stuff like that? It's I'm not saying that they're bad, but they're actual physical violence between two people.
Yeah.
More than video games or anything like that.
People know the line between punching someone in a boxing match in a controlled environment where it's okay and doing it to a random person in the street.
Yeah, of course.
And if you're the type of person who can't distinguish that line, the fact that video games are in existence isn't going to sway that much. No. That type of person will do that anyway.
Exactly. I saw some statistics. It was UK population is 5 times lower than the US.
Yeah.
UK revenue spent on video games 5 times less than the US.
Yeah.
And it's gun violence in UK versus the US. The US is 1,000 times more than the UK is at all. It's how are the two correlated? Is it one that one place has got much more guns and is massively underregulated on these things that can kill you versus video games?
Yeah, that's the real issue.
Yeah. And it just annoys me that it's never people that have oh, I play video games a lot and I can understand that they cause violence. No one says that.
Nah. Because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's usually old politicians that have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah. Like you said, it's an easy scapegoat for someone like that. I might be jumping to conclusions here, but to an older generation who aren't familiar with video games, if they hear that, they'll go, that makes sense.
Oh, yes. Oh, someone's shooting someone in a video game, that can lead them to shooting someone in real life.
Nah.
Wake up. That was being my
got that off your
Yes,
chest?
I feel better now.
Well
feel
done.
better now, yeah. It annoys me because, well, for all the reasons I've said, I'm not going to repeat
All the
them.
reasons you said. You sure you don't want to go over them again?
I'm getting off my horse now.
Okay, good.
You got any little complaints this week? You love your dog, but any complaints about your dog?
Any complaints? I'd like a bit more sleep.
Yeah.
Not that she's actually. I'll start. She's been way better than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
She's responding to training really well. Responding to sleeping in her cage really well. Everything's been really good, but I need to get used to sleeping patterns now. Because I'm waking up a lot earlier than I'm used to. She'll sleep through, but then she'll get up around consistently about 6 a.m.
Okay.
And we're trying to get her to like go to the toilet and then go back to bed for a bit.
Right.
And get up a little bit later. But I'm tired.
Yeah. I think the lack of sleep is sending you both a little bit crazy because you have created an Instagram account for your dog. Totally fine. And pictures.
Yeah. I will say I'm not actually running this anyway. This is my girlfriend.
Okay.
But yes, she has an Instagram account.
It is the weird... I see this a lot, and I think it's really strange.
I know
in that they talk about... They create an Instagram profile and talk as if they are the dog. Gina is not the dog. The dog is not posting on Instagram. This is a weird thing to do.
She's
No, it's
posting on
not.
Instagram.
It's not. There are some lovely pictures on there, and yes, they are great. But it's not, I took a picture of my dog in a bag where we usually keep the toys. It's, I'm sat in a bag where... I'm gonna get it up. I'm actually going to get it up and read out what it says.
Go on.
Because I'm calling you out now, Gina.
But I was going to say, I'm afraid you're venting all this to me.
You should be mediating the issue here. Let me find it.
What would you prefer that she runs all the posts by me first, and I say, no, James isn't happy with this, so you've got to change X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, exactly. This is the basket where my humans, HOOMAN, human, keeps all the toys. If I sit here, then maybe I will get played with. Dog emoji, maple leaf emoji, heart emoji, dog paw emoji. What is that?
James,
why are you speaking in the dog? I don't understand
I'm
this.
afraid you're venting to the wrong person, and Gina doesn't listen to this podcast, so call her instead.
She will listen to this podcast because I will make it.
Well, right, I'd like to not retaliate, but on Facebook, not on the Instagram, because we didn't actually link them. She's gone viral.
How define viral for me?
Right, go on. How many likes do you reckon she has got? Hang on,
if she's got 3 million likes, that's viral.
Okay,
if she's got under 2,000, that's not viral.
She's got 2.4 thousand.
Still not viral. Dog pictures get likes all the time.
They do.
It's a dog picture.
All I'm saying
People
is,
like dogs.
All I'm saying is that type of post that you've just described appeals to the kind of people who like
to mentally
posts.
crazy people that like dogs.
My point is that it's working, and I'm not.
What's working?
The type of
to get the news out that I don't understand it though. Can you not just enjoy your dog?
Yeah. What can you not?
Very odd.
Can you not let Gina enjoy posting?
Because it's like a crazy person. If I did it for a lamp, right?
Yeah.
I'm a lamp in the corner. My human uses me twice a day.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
All I'm saying is the type of people some people enjoy that,
and I'm not one of them.
And you're not one of them.
I will complain about it because I think it's the peak of weirdness. I think it's odd.
Okay.
Do you not agree?
That's fair enough. No, I think it's fine. It's cute. It's a cute little... Oh. No one... Well, this is like your thing now. People don't read that and think, oh my god, the dog's posting. People know what's going on.
Yeah, then why do it?
It's just like, oh, it's cute.
Because the next thing will be like, Gene will start commenting as Maple on other pictures. Or like start messaging, happy birthday messages like there'll be one from you, one from then, and then like one from Maple saying like, happy birthday, my favourite uncle. Thanks for playing toys with me.
Right, well, now you've voiced how this makes you feel.
Yeah.
You know you're going to start getting birthday cards from the dog.
Well, straight in the bin. I don't even like birthday cards to begin with.
I know.
In the bin. I'm not and then I can imagine Gina not like writing in a weird way as well, like handwriting. She wouldn't do her own handwriting, would she?
A little paw print.
Like,
right with the left hand, so it's slightly off. And
dogs can't write. Dogs can't speak. Dogs can't type.
I love how rolled up this is getting you.
Get off me high horse again.
So quickly back on that horse.
It's true. Shall I get a high horse Instagram that I can
start writing from?
Yes.
Nay, it is me, the high horse.
And I complain about everything.
Ain't that the truth?
Right.
Right. Are you quite okay?
No, but let's move on anyway.
Okay, right. What we're moving on to?
Have you got news?
No.
I feel like I do have news.
Right. Does it warrant me saying news bleat?
Right. I don't know if you saw recently, speaking of video games, did you know that the Fortnite World Cup solo finals happened?
Yes.
So there was a 16-year-old kid that won it, and do you know how much they won?
I know he's a millionaire now.
He won $3 million for winning that.
$3 million.
And then you know what he did when he won that? He went straight out and killed 20 people. No, he didn't, because he's not a murderer, but I'll get off my high horse. But imagine, though, all those times that your parents might have been saying, "Oh, get off video games, you'll never make any money that way."
Well, I'm sure I did see the article that popped up saying, these kids won millions and millions, and it was saying his mum had, tried to stop him playing games as much. I bet she's not stopping him now.
No, just winning $3 million out of your pure skill at the game. It's 16.
It is crazy how much money is in esports now.
Yeah.
And not only esports, but Twitch streaming, like people just streaming, while they're playing. There's so many people doing now. It's not like a niche thing. There's so many people making a living off
streaming.
Games.
Yeah. Well, for example, one of the biggest Twitch streamers, for those that don't know, Twitch is a streaming platform where you will almost often stream games.
It's basically YouTube, but for live gaming, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so Ninja, who is one of the biggest Twitch streamers or biggest streamer, has made a move over to a rival competitive company called Mixer, which is run by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So he's not disclosed how much he's being paid, but I imagine it's a hefty deal.
Yeah.
To move basically from your most popular platform earning must be millions of dollars a year.
Multiple millions.
Yeah.
100%.
To then change to Mixer. So that's a crazy amount of money that he must have
I wonder
paid.
how much, because I know, I don't follow any Twitch streams or anything like that, but I know that it seems to be getting a lot of flack recently in terms of, I don't know whether it's quality or something, but people are saying like, oh yeah, Mixer, I'm glad this move's happened because Twitch needs like a kick up the ass, basically.
Okay, I think I know what you're getting at, kind of like that it's not pulling its weight. It's so big that it can do what it wants, basically. Probably, yeah. I'm not into it as much. Like, I don't know the streaming side of it. I know that they probably take a large cut of money.
It might be something to do with creator, but that's everything.
Yeah, the bigger you get.
YouTube's terrible for it.
Yeah.
Any streaming service for music's terrible for it. It's more I think it's just fundamentally the streaming part is really hard to monetize.
Yeah.
If you're not the I'd say it's not hard to. It's the companies don't give enough revenue to the creators as opposed to themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Considering that they provide a platform, but they don't actually provide the content on that platform.
Yeah.
But then they get the majority of the money. You do all the hosting and stuff like that, but people don't come for the platform; they come for the people, which shows because when Ninja moved over, he had a large following that followed him over and watched his stream there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's a thing.
Would you? Do you think you could do that as a job, streaming?
I don't know. You mentioned it before. If you can see where we're recording now, I've got my monitor here and I've got a desk-mounted microphone. And you were like, that'd be a good streaming setup.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of an interesting background. You've got, bobbleheads of superheroes and stuff, your guitars on the wall. I think it's quite a nice man cave stream setup. I think it would look cool.
Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's kind of like the same point as when we were talking about stand-up last week. You're like, would you do stand-up? And I'll be like, nope, I'm definitely not funny enough to do that. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could do streaming because it's not as full on. You just got to kind of vaguely engage with people while you're playing. True. Which is, I suppose we kind of do that with a podcast.
Yeah. I think it's the thing with streaming is though it's so easy to start doing, but not easy to do well, and to get an actual following is insanely difficult.
Much like
it's
podcasting.
It's like 99% of the people that watch streams watch 1% of the streams, basically. It's the disparity of number of views. Like, if you scroll down through Twitch, for example, towards the bottom, you'll see hundreds and hundreds of, and maybe even thousands of streams that have got 0 views. Yeah, it's like crazy.
There was I've never Googled this for its validity, but when I was at uni, one of the lecturers, when we were talking about streaming stuff, they said there's a thing called Notify, which is like Spotify, but it's for all streamed music that people have put up that's got no views, which means not even the creator
has
listened to it once it's gone up.
I know there's something like that for YouTube as well,
yeah,
where you can watch a video for the first time no one's ever watched it before.
Yep.
Which is weird, isn't it? That, like,
it's kind of like a weird and sad concept at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like everything's so readily available now.
Yeah.
Like, anyone can do anything pretty much themselves if they wanted to. You don't need to, for music, you don't need to go to a label now.
No.
You won't have the contacts, but, if you put in the work, you can technically.
Yeah. Do you think everything's more easily accessible, but everything's, because of that, is harder to be big?
Harder. Yeah.
I remember hearing someone that was saying, in music, it's a lot easier to make a little bit of money.
Yeah. In
music, but it's also now it's a lot harder to make a lot of money. Because before, if you were a big band, you'd make lots and lots of money, and it was much harder to, almost easier to get there because there was less of it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what he said.
Well, there's no. I say no money. That's not true. But it's more the 1%, thing, like you said. Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran are making tons, whereas if you're a low tier touring band, you don't make money off recording music now. It's all live, basically. Yeah. It's either in the ticket sales or merch that you sell at those shows. Right. No one is going to go and buy your CD anymore. No. I say no one in a broad sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Basically, effectively nobody. Yeah. You're not making profit off selling CDs. It's
and then streaming, every play on Spotify, is 0.0001 pence or cents, however. Yeah.
Silly, isn't it?
It's crazy, but kind of makes sense at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Right. Should we move on to fake news or not?
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. Florida woman says her toilet exploded after a lightning strike.
Right. Okay. Interesting. 2 questions this week?
Yes.
Right, so we know it's Florida, but it's a Florida woman.
We've
never had a Florida woman.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if I want to ask this as a question or just jump to conclusions.
Right.
It's like an outhouse situation. This toilet... Okay, I'm going to do it as a question. Was this toilet situated outdoors?
No.
It wasn't.
It was indoors.
But that doesn't make any sense. Okay, my second question.
Okay.
Is she suggesting that the toilet wasn't directly hit by lightning?
She says that the lightning hit her septic tank, which then caused her toilet to explode.
Okay.
I.e. setting alight to gas within the septic tank, flowing through the pipes. Explosion on your toilet.
So that'll be located somewhere, probably on the roof or just outside.
Or outside, yes.
Okay. Well, I've burnt through both my questions.
You did rapid fire there.
Rapid fire, but I don't really know what else I'd...
You did get some good information
What else I'd ask, yeah. I'm just going through if I think this is possible. Mm-hmm. And the answer is I don't know whether this is possible.
Are you not a poop physicist?
I am not a poop physicist. I dropped out after my first year of that.
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to have to go in with a response, I think, here.
Well, that's how this works.
I don't think there's much discussion point.
Talk us through it in your mind, though.
Well, it'll be messy.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You've either spun a very convincing tale, or this is true.
Okay.
It's the septic tank, located away. That's the bit that got struck, and there might be methane and various things. I don't think this is possible.
Okay.
And I have no idea, so I'm basing that in complete guess. But I think that this is true.
Okay.
No, I don't think it is. I don't know is the answer.
You don't know. Okay, well, you've got don't know down. That means I get a point.
I'm going to say this is true. I'm going to say this is real news that you have not fabricated.
This is real news.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's because it's Florida woman says her toilet.
Yeah, right. So have you actually got the news story? What happened?
Yeah.
Can you enlighten us?
I mean, someone mentioned this to me and I Googled it. And there are news stories about it.
Hang on. Someone mentioned this to you?
Yeah, so I was at work
Yeah.
before now, like just before.
Yeah.
And someone said, oh, this is a story. You know, a woman said that her toilet exploded because she got hit by lightning. So I was
And
like,
you thought, fake
that's
news.
some good fake news.
Great.
But then there's not many reputable news sites with this going on. And the title is Florida woman says her toilet exploded.
Which means they've gone, we can't actually prove it because this is stupid. So we're going to have to say she says.
Yeah. So, and the first line, this is from boingboing.net. So this very possibly could be fake news for all I know.
It's being reported. That's
it's not made
That's
up by me at least yet. Talk about a shitstorm is the first line in this.
It's actually.
It is, yeah. In Florida, a Port Charlotte woman said that lightning destroyed her septic tank and made her toilet in her house explode. It was basically shattered into hundreds of pieces on Sunday, and she had to go and get her toilet and septic tank repaired.
Repaired.
Yeah.
Not just removed. don't trust toilets anymore. Get out.
She's like, I'm just glad that none of us were on the toilet at the time.
Oh, God. That would have been a whole nother story. So she didn't actually see what happened, did she?
No, I imagine she probably was in the house. A lightning storm was going on.
Yeah.
Massive explosion.
Yeah.
But that would be the perfect time to destroy someone's septic tank, I guess.
Yeah.
I like you, Ben, I don't know whether this is physically possible.
Yeah. But you are a poop physicist, so you can make a more educated guess.
I would, from my poop experiments and the gas that I've produced,
which is quite a lot.
Yes, and the amount of time I've just used my taser on my own gas, I would say that this is unlikely but possible.
Yeah, I would agree. I concur.
Which is why it's news.
Yes.
That's why it's here.
Right, well, 2 weeks I've won on the trot again. How do you feel?
Just amazing, really. I'm just so happy to be in this fake news or not.
Right, well,
moving on.
Happy as we are, shall we move on?
Yes.
Have we got any Willow recommends? Anything you want to recommend this week? Or shall we move on?
Move on.
Move on, here we go. Right, so what are we doing? Do you want to describe what we're doing?
I thought I had the idea that we could look at some personal ads that had been posted and see if there are any funny ones.
Yeah.
I did recommend, I thought, maybe we'll look in the local paper to see if there's any personal ads. I bought 2 of the local paper.
You did?
There aren't any.
There's not any.
What a waste of £1.50 there.
You did see a very interesting story, though, about some local residents who weren't happy about their tarmacking job outside their house.
Yes. It was drivel. People are just complaining about a shoddy job. But looking through it, I've realised that there's a reason why newspapers are on the drop, is because most of them, even that are looking like a story, are an ad. Like an ad for something.
Yeah.
Like I know that like online there's ads everywhere and stuff like that, but none of the stories are interesting. They're all old news basically because you have to print it in time, and it's 80% ads.
Yeah.
That's where they make the money, but it's terrible. I don't understand why people buy and read newspapers.
But stories like that, you can always count on some grumpy older residents.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I've got this is I wasn't going to talk about this, but it kind of makes sense.
Go on then.
My girlfriend, I won't say where she works, but she works at
an insane asylum, commenting on
museum-y type place.
Oh, okay.
And they manage a few different sites.
Do they manage Instagram for pets?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They manage a few different sites, and on one of the sites, stupidly along the way somewhere, they relinquished some control to some of the residents around there, and they're called the Friends of. I'm not going to say what it is.
Okay.
But basically, they were given the opportunity to do what they wanted with some of the land of this site, which is kind of like a protected site that people can go and look around.
Okay.
But they have started encountering some problems, the museum have, because they want to start using this site for more stuff, put some money into it, improve things.
Okay.
And they've suddenly realised that the Friends of X place have planted, I can't remember the number, but it's somewhere in the region of a couple 100,000 trees.
Wow.
One of the main trees is right in front of the front door.
Okay.
And it's the type of tree that roots, it's called like a monkey puzzle tree, I think.
Yeah.
And the roots like burrow quite far
Okay.
around.
So not down, but out.
So if left to its own devices, which they don't know when it's been put in,
yeah.
but it could very easily get under this protected site and pull up like door frame and entranceway.
Wow. Okay.
So they're having this ongoing battle with this group of pensioners, basically.
Yeah.
They've just not stopped. They've still applied to the National Trust for more trees, because you can get this thing where if you get like 50,000 trees, they'll give you another 50,000 and double it.
Right.
And they just keep planting these trees.
Right. What's their reason for planting the trees? They think it looks nice?
They think it looks nice. That must be it. But they're trying to plant them on like football pitches that are being used.
What?
Or like directly near to them, so it's going to affect the use of them. I just thought it sounds like some weird Monty Python thing.
It's like a tree cult.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they've got a tree Instagram? Can we see if we can find it?
Where the trees post.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Everyone does that now.
God, what a bunch of sad losers.
But it just amused me. You can always count on a group of pensioners who are going to do what they want to do, even though there's no rhyme or reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think that is a symptom of that generation, or do you think every generation gets like that as they get older?
Probably the latter.
So what do you think we're going to be doing?
Oh, God, what are we going to do?
Do you think we'll be like video gaming it?
I was going to say it'll be something cyber.
Yeah.
We won't be planting trees.
Please stop putting your old VR machines everywhere. We don't want to play with them anymore.
In the
future, please.
We won't have any problems because we're all just going to be living in virtual reality.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm playing footsie with you unintentionally there. I was thinking, why can't my foot go down?
Because it's my foot.
Just fondling you.
Wow. Yeah. Selfish people.
Yeah.
Selfish old people, they're the worst.
They are the worst.
And soon that'll be us.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Soon.
Shall we read some of these personal ads?
Well, I've actually got another personal ad story. I'll
keep going then. You hit us with these stories.
So I have a personal ad story.
Yeah.
That my grandpa responded to.
Oh, okie dokie.
And this became a little bit infamous within... At least my mum knows this.
Alrighty then.
So... When my grandpa was younger, I think my mum, she may have not been born yet, so it was a while ago. He was looking through the paper at the time, through the personal ad section, and he came across one that was paying a decent amount of money that said this man in the ad was looking for a wrestling partner.
Okay.
I think the ad was basically saying, I'll give you... I can't remember the amount. It was a good amount, though, enough to make my grandpa go, oh...
I can be a wrestler.
be a wrestler. He was like, I want to practice my wrestling moves on someone. I need a volunteer for a wrestling partner. So Grandpa went ahead and was like, yep, sure. I'll do this. Called the number.
He send a telegram back in the day.
Yeah, carry a pigeon. And went to this man's house to be his wrestling partner. And I might be making up details here, but I'm pretty sure that they had to strip down to underwear.
Of course. Well, you can't wrestle in a coat, can you?
You can't wrestle in a coat. And went ahead and wrestled with this man, and I don't think anything actually got to... Because you'd assume...
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
A wrestling partner.
Yes.
But I think this guy actually did just wrestle with him for a bit, an hour or so, handed him the money, and was like, thanks.
So your grandpa says.
So my grandpa says.
Do you know what I mean? He came back from that looking all sweaty and was like, oh yeah, definitely did some wrestling there.
Well, he is known for... another story, spinning off this, that my grandpa... I feel like he was a very innocent soul. He used to ride motorbikes.
So he tells you.
He used to ride motorbikes.
So he said. I'm sure he did, and there's nothing untoward about that.
The leather outfits that you have to wear?
Yeah.
To ride, not have to, but
you have to. No, he had to.
So he had full leather.
Yeah, but why did he wear a big pink one?
He was en route somewhere, and he pulled over to a service station, and someone had come up to him and went, are you a leather man?
Okay.
And he was like, yeah. He was in his leathers at the time. He was like, yeah, I am. And this man was like, okay, you don't see many of them about. And this obviously was code for, are you gay? I didn't know this. But the man proceeded to get quite
wrestle
close to
with
him. Chat up with the look for wrestling until my grandpa suddenly realised what was going on and made a quick exit. But
So he says.
So he says.
There's lots of stories about your grandpa might be gay here. You know, if he'd grown up in a different time, maybe he would have come out as gay. Not that I'm slandering.
I wish that this was a video format and I could show you a picture of... He looked like the biggest hippie you've ever seen when he was younger. He had bright ginger hair, ginger mustache, and I've seen a picture of him. He was wearing this, like... He'd go to festivals a lot, and he was in this full purple velvet suit with, like, bells hanging off it.
Your grandpa was gay. Your grandpa was gay.
He was not gay.
He was not. And he wanted to tell these stories to all these, like, men that he's hooked up with, but he just didn't want to, like, actually tell you. Because back in that day, it's not the done thing, was it?
No, it's not.
I don't know how old your grandpa is or was at that time.
Yeah.
But, you know... Being a homosexual has not been has been frowned upon for many an age. I think that he might have been batting for the other side.
But anyway, that was the story of when he went looking through the personal ads and went wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
If he enjoys wrestling with men, that's each.
I don't think it was a recurring thing. I think it was a one-off. So he says. Anyway, shall we look through some current personal ads?
Yes.
Do you want to read the first one?
Sure. Abstracted male seeks companion for both sexy and non-sexy times. Intelligent, unsophisticated, makeup-free and slim. Bracket reasonably. Any nationality, good/native English. I'm tall, thin, youthful, and well endowed. A philosopher type. 70% reclusive, 30% amazing dancer. Have no problems with finding friends or lovers, but keep dreaming of magnificent combination. 6 years in Japan at yahoo.com.
Would you respond to this?
I think they're not looking for me. They're looking for a female, right? But does it actually say?
Abstracted males? No, just a companion.
Just companion, yeah. So, what do you think 70% reclusive means and 30% amazing
Does that
dancer?
mean he spends 70% of his time not leaving the house?
Yeah.
But then the 30% that he's out in the world, he's dancing.
He's just dancing. Is it like that Spider-Man 3 one where he
just
like gets
walking down the
just
street,
like,
finger guns.
Finger guns. You're just being a sexy little dancer. But remember, Ben, he has no problems finding friends or lovers.
The type of person that writes that definitely has 100%
if you have
problems
to put it in.
If you're writing a personal ad, you've got problems finding friends and lovers. Yeah, he's not even just put lovers, it's friends as well.
Yeah. And I'm not sad and I'm not crazy and my mum thinks I'm special. Do you know what I mean? That's what you might as well put at the end of that. I'm not sure I would respond to this one.
Right. Is that what... I think we should grade it on that. Would you respond? No.
I think all of them are going to be like this, though.
Right.
Moira, Minnesota. 36, intelligent brunette. DWM. DWM, what do you think that means? Anyway, Christian swinger. 5'4", 180 pounds, non-smoker, straight, honest, good-looking, trustworthy, friendly, passionate, caring, adventurous, funny, romantic, country person, race unimportant, likes kissing, walking, holding hands, skinny dipping, horseback riding, fishing and hunting. Is that what they're looking for? Or is that what they are?
Spell very well, can they?
No, straight spelt wrong.
Because she's 36, intelligent brunette.
Oh, yes. The French version.
Brunette. I'm going to... What do we think
DWM
means? Are we being really dense here? Is it something obvious?
Down with men.
Down with men? Down with men? That could be it. That could be like lingo for personal ads.
Because there's like, what's the one that's like good sense of humour? Good sense... good sense of humour. It's like gosh or something. Gosh.
I mean, it was...
Gosh.
Good. Hang on, yeah.
Gosh. Gosh.
Good old sense humour.
Find out what it is.
I'm going to have a look.
Don't worry, mate. Christian swinger. That's what it says.
This has changed my whole outlook here.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, rereading. Moira, Minnesota, 36. Intelligent brunette. Divorced white male.
Okay.
I automatically, but wrongly assumed that this was a woman. Moira.
Are you sure that's what it means?
I'm not 100% sure. All I put in was DWM meaning divorced white male. And that makes perfect sense in the context of personal ads. We've also not come to the Christian swinger part.
Yes.
Which strikes me as odd.
Why?
Do they swing only with Christians? Or are they just trying to get in there, I'm a Christian and a swinger, like it's a normal thing?
Good question.
Yeah.
Do you think...
Is it a normal Christian thing to swing?
Do you think you're swinging to and from Christianity?
You're swinging between religions.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because swinging is like within partners, isn't it? Or swapping. So like, I'll dabble with a bit of Hinduism.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to Christianity for the good times.
And maybe
for the stable relationship.
Bit of Buddhism.
Bit of Buddhism.
On the side.
Yeah, a bit of Islam.
Yeah. Bit of Jedi.
Bit of Taoism.
Yeah.
Go on, keep going.
Judaism. Pastafarianism. Have we said Catholicism?
That's Christian. I'm afraid not. Repeat. You lose.
Hang on. If you called a Christian a Catholic, I think some of them would take issue with that.
All Catholics are Christians, but not all Christians are Catholics. So it's still the same.
Anyway, back to the important point here.
Yeah.
Are we responding?
Well, I am a non-smoker, straight, honest, good-looking, trustworthy, friendly, passionate, caring, adventurous, funny, romantic. The only thing I'm not there is a country person.
Do you like skinny dipping? Horseback riding?
Have you ever skinny dipped?
I have not skinny dipped.
I've not.
No.
I feel like dip should be like skinny dopped.
That's what I was going to say, skinny dapped.
I've never skinny dipped. Would you skinny dip?
In the right environment. Mm-hmm. With the right people.
Is this the right person?
If I went with a group of Christian swingers, then I'd be down for that.
No, I don't think I'm responding. Right, 5'4", 180 pounds. Is that overweight? That feels like that's overweight.
That's a square man.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's... Maybe they're looking for a divorced
Hang on, I need to convert that into terms that I understand.
What, divorced white male?
Yep.
What does that mean? How many kilograms is that?
Well, I'm doing it to stone, so... It's 12.8 stone. Do you need kilos?
Yes, please. Okay. I think that's probably still quite overweight.
Is it? 80 kilos? Yeah.
For 5'4"?
5'4".
Right, I'm on a BMI calculator now. We'll work this out. I'm an adult. I'm 5 foot 4 inches. Let's switch to kilograms. What was it in kilograms?
I think it was 80.
How old are they? 36. We're thinking we're male, right?
Male.
White, right?
They are white?
Activity
Actually, it
level.
doesn't say, does it?
Divorced white male.
Oh, yeah, it does. I'll take it all back.
Gosh, Ben. And are we saying they're inactive? They do skinny dipping, or are they moderately active? Do you think they skinny dip between 30 and 60 minutes
I think
a week?
Someone who goes fishing, hunting, and horseback riding, I think they're moderately.
Okay. They are classified in the BMI as obese.
Really?
Yes. On the cusp of being between obese and overweight. Yeah, I knew this was.
Huh?
I was like, this is you're a chunky boy.
All right. Well, he's a chunky boy. We've established that. Has that changed your opinion on whether you're responding or not?
Don't like them chunky boys.
Right. Next. Good-looking, athletic, Notting Hill-based movie star millionaire seeks gullible stunner.
I think this one might be a joke.
I think it might be. Oh, hang on, look underneath though. That's what you were trying to remember.
There you go.
The GSOH.
Yeah. Good-looking guy, GSOH. Good sense of humour.
Well, I'm not going to respond to this one.
That was a fake one. Fake news.
Mostly because I'm not a stunner.
Do you not think, Ben?
No.
If you were to rate yourself out of 10, where would you give yourself?
I don't know how to answer this without seeming too self-deprecating, but also not looking like a knobhead.
Okay.
So...
Alright, so what about this? Do you think you're unattractive? Do you think you're below average? Do you think you're average? Do you think you're attractive? Do you think you're a stunner?
I would like to say that I'm at least average, I hope.
Okay. You hope.
This is the point where you go, oh no, you're not average.
You're not average, Ben.
I'd
you're
say
definitely
you're a solid
below
10.
Average.
Oh,
no. No, I think you're a good... this is going to sound like... We're getting into some sort of gay love now, but I think you're a good-looking guy.
Gay!
Listen. I think you're a good-looking guy.
Would
especially
you,
since you've lost weight.
Would you respond to my wrestling ad?
Yeah.
Or so he says.
So he says.
Right, read the next person,
okay.
lad.
Looking for anime buddy. MF in STL looking for someone to view...
Hang on, before we go on. What's that? Male, female in sexually transmitted locker?
No. MF is be...
Mighty fine.
STL must be is a city, I think.
Okay.
In
that
America.
Would make sense. That would make sense.
Or a state. MF, though, I'm not sure.
Married female?
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Looking for someone to view/discuss anime with. Likes history, sci-fi, fantasy, adventure, action, horror anime. Dislikes most mecha, sports, and romance anime. Hates Mo... Is that Mo?
Mo and Shota?
Lolicon, no hentai, yaoi, yuri. Likes seinen manga. Will debate anime for a ridiculously long time. I'm open-minded to anything once. Loves Japanese culture, especially fashion. Don't cosplay, but don't mind others doing it well. Will go to theatrical releases of anime. If interested in becoming an anime buddy, please email me.
Well, you know what? I'm not into anime myself.
Right. Yeah.
But I would respond to something like this, because I imagine... Say this, anime is probably a lot more popular in the UK now than it would have been a while ago. Yeah. So if you're the type of person that was, I don't know, ordering anime across from Japan and you were super into it...
A full weeb.
If it was pre-internet, this probably would have been the best way to find other people interested in anime.
Yeah. Here's a question of your understanding of anime culture and Japanese culture. Do you know what hentai is?
Not really.
If you had to guess. Ben, Google hentai now.
No. Because the way that you're talking about this, I think I'm putting two and two together. Is hentai the type of, like, anime porn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know what lolicon is?
No.
That's even weirder.
What is it?
Lolicon is... Do you know the book Lolita?
That rings a bell?
I think Lolita is a book about having a relationship with someone who's underage. And lolicon is kind of like manga and anime around underage stuff. It's a bit weird. It's a lot weird.
Well, that's good then, that this person's saying they hate hentai and lolicon. Like, none of that. I'm not interested if you're into that. So
good
that's
on him.
good.
Good on him. Yeah. I'm not into anime.
So I'm not into it,
reply.
But I don't think there's anything that wrong with this one, really.
No.
I think that this is, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You'd reply. You just want to get into a bit anime.
I'd reply, yeah, go on then. I'll get into it.
Here's just a large personal ad that says, this large personal ad cost $340 to run. Needless to say, on our first date, we'll be going Dutch. And then there's some sort of description underneath that I can't read because it's too blurry. Here's a question then. So that's expensive for an ad, right? But going Dutch obviously means on a first date. Do you know what it means?
No.
It means you split the bill.
Okay.
Basically, what is your opinion on first dates and splitting the bill? Who should pay? Vice versa.
I think it depends on the type of person that's going on the date.
Okay.
Because I think there's some people that would expect it. I think there's some people would expect the guy to pay.
Yeah.
Some people would feel not attacked, but they wouldn't be happy if they assumed they were paying and they didn't give them the opportunity to not pay. They might be a bit disgruntled.
I don't understand what you mean by
if they were like...
For example, if I went on a date with somebody and I forced myself to pay and they'd had no opportunity to, they would feel encroached upon in their personal being.
Yes, okay. That's what I was trying to get
at.
So I don't think there's a definite answer there.
Okay, you're magically single. You're going on your first date in years.
Yes.
Would you offer to pay?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Would you not?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't think I would. The kind of person that would expect me to pay is not the kind of person that I want to be with.
Yeah.
Because I'm not paying for your time. We're both here to meet each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no expectation that if you as somebody, no matter your gender or your sex, expect the person to pay for your meal or whatever, then you are saying that your time is more valuable than theirs.
Yeah.
And they're paying for you. Yeah. It's like you are a good or a service or something like that. I don't want to be with it like that. That's not how I feel or how I want to make anybody else feel. And I don't want to pay for your meal. Do you know what I mean? So, like, for example, when me and Annie went on our first date, there was literally no debate about who was going to pay. We both demanded that we split the bill.
Yeah. Because I think that would be the healthiest conclusion to reach.
Because we're both here to meet each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is different, though, if, for example, I was like, if I said to someone, let me take you out for a meal.
Yeah, I think it depends on that.
But I would never say that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, would you like to go get coffee or something like that? Or do you want to go for a meal? Yeah. I wouldn't say, let me take you out, because that's not the phrasing I would use, because I don't want to pay for your time. Right, I have my horse again. God, I need to get a bigger horse, don't I?
It's getting higher by the week.
It is.
I'm an athletic, mature, independent 33-year-old with a youthful appearance of 23. I'm a single white male, he didn't use the abbreviation though, and a working professional in the research industry. 5'10" tall, 175 pounds, with light brown hair and hazel eyes. I'm a non-drinker and non-smoker. I've never been married and have no dependents. Currently seeking a female companion who enjoys the outdoors and understands DNA replication. If interested in finding out more, call this number.
Okay. So it's kind of bog standard and normal.
Yeah.
This guy is of a good weight for his height.
Yes, he is. We can establish that from our prior research.
Yes.
My favourite part about this, we'll come to the DNA replication, but how specific he is with, I'm 33-year-old, but not youthful of someone in their 20s.
Yeah.
It's youthful appearance of 23.
I look 10 years younger.
23...
Do you think
10 days and 6 hours.
Do you think when he turns 34, he'll have a youthful appearance of someone who's 24?
Maybe that's what he's going for.
Or do you think he's like Benjamin Button style? He'll be 34, but he'll look like he's 22. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he might just stick with 23 until he hits 40.
Yeah, and then he'll be like 30.
Yeah, and then he'll switch it.
Here's a question for you, Ben. Do you think you look young for your age? Do you think you look old for your age? Do you think you look Bob Standard for your age?
I think I look pretty standard, but maybe some people would think younger because I'm short.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'd go for.
I would say you look a bit younger than your age.
Yeah.
Yes, you are short.
Thank you.
Than some people.
Than you.
Than me.
Unless we're sitting down.
Unless we're sitting down, which is very odd, and I'm a bit perturbed because I am much shorter than you sat down, but I'm 6 foot and you're 5'6".
6, 7. So I can never around 5, 6, 7, something like that.
What an odd situation.
It is weird how different it is when we sat down, because it's not like we're the same height.
No,
I'm actually taller.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It does. I think I've just got a short upper body.
Yeah,
I think you've got like a round face as well, which is like often can be like youthful looking. You know, if you're a young person.
I am a cherub.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about me?
I think you're pretty bang on.
Yeah. I think if I shave the beard, I look much younger.
Yeah.
But like now I've got the stubble, I look bob on.
Maybe that's what makes me look younger as well.
Yeah, clean shaven.
Clean shaven.
And the attempt at the moustache.
That's just because I've not shaved.
Right, understanding DNA replication.
Yes, that's the real elephant in the room here.
What do you think he means by that?
I'm going to say that is his type of research.
You reckon?
I reckon he wants to be able to talk about his work with someone.
You don't think this is understanding DNA replication?
Oh, my next point was going to be maybe he wants to clone this person.
Oh, okay.
But yours sounds more likely.
Do you know what I mean? Because DNA replication is having a baby sex.
Yeah. Is that just like is he kind of like a slightly nerdy guy who's like, if someone likes this joke, then I know I'm going to like them?
Possibly. Or, yeah, like you said, they could be a weird scientist going on a cloning mission.
Yeah.
And like they want to, like a Bonnie and
all
Clyde
of the
style.
above.
Yes. I don't know is the answer. But they are an athletic, mature, but younger looking. Perfect. I'd reply to this ad.
The whole package.
I'd reply to this ad.
This one's not super out there.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just saw the first line of this.
This one's by your grandfather's. Now read it out, Ben, for me, please.
I am not gay. I never was and never will be gay. Just because I make a noise without knowing it does not mean that I am gay. I have 5 children and I was married for several years. I'm having brain surgery this year to make me stop making this noise. No women will go out with me because I make that noise.
Ooh.
What is the noise?
I just did it then, do you not hear?
Oh.
A very interesting ad there.
I think someone might be struggling to come to terms with their sexuality.
It's true. What kind of noise makes people think that you're gay?
That was my initial question.
Does he go like, I'm gay? Do you know what I mean? Like some sort of weird...
Like a very specific Tourette's.
Yes.
With just saying he's gay.
Or maybe it's like, Dicks. Penis.
See, other than a
Slippery dick.
Other than a phrase like you're currently doing, I don't think there's a noise that someone could make that would make me go, they're gay. I wish he'd left a number so we could
ring up and find out
what noise this was.
It's true. Maybe we'll... If you can think of a noise that makes someone sound like they're gay, call in. Let us know.
Yeah.
Our number is... I'm not going to tell you my number.
Well, yes, I will respond to this one because I want to know what the noise is.
I want to know what it is. Yeah, it's curious, isn't it? Okay. There's some abbreviations here that I don't know what it is. So, easygoing athletic, SJM 41 seeking SF. Looks not important, but must be tall, slim, and attractive. Right, what does SJM mean then?
I'm going to say single Jewish male.
Jewish? It's an interesting one. Go on. And then what's SF?
Single female.
Single female. Okay. Jewish.
Well, because wasn't one of them Christian? Oh, no, it was divorced white male.
Google it.
And then they just had Christian in the sentence. I'm putting 2 and 2 together here and getting 5. Tell you what, it means single Jewish male.
Wow. Right, the one above it is WWWJM. What does that one mean?
Wicked wild wang.
Jewish male.
Jewish male.
White, wide.
Really white.
There's like a whole new language of like acronyms that I just don't know.
Well, hopefully we're educating some people on.
I reckon this must have been like in a Jewish magazine because all of these are like Jewish male.
Right. Well, I've put in WWWJM.
Yeah.
And nothing is appearing.
Interesting.
WWJM. I don't know. Is it something to do with the website?
www.jm. I don't know. So this person that is
there's one down here too. WW. But this is JM59WW. White woman. White woman wearing Jewish male.
Wow. Oh gosh. Like a suit.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
It's like the Cats trailer. You know the cat that was wearing fur?
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah. I always look for people wearing other people's skin.
Yeah.
It's a real turn on for me.
It's specific to Jewish males.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So this person's looks not important, but must be tall and slim and attractive.
Must be tall and slim? Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah. If that's what you're attracted to.
Right. Seeking... Men seeks woman who's not a cheating skank like Marcy Teddle. Please contact Jim Stone.
Mm-hmm. I think this is not really someone who's looking for love. I think this is looking for revenge.
I think it might be. And they also need to learn how to spell.
Yes.
That's a common theme here. You'd think if you were paying to put an ad in, that you'd at least check your spelling.
Or you'd have do you think the editor would check it? Or do you think or do you think people were like, no, that's the spelling I wanted?
Now, if I was the editor, I wouldn't, because I'm like, okay, you really need to get across. Yeah. This person needs to get the sense of what this person's like.
Right.
And if I edit them, it's going to put.
Maybe that is right. Maybe Jim Stone is a collection of men.
Maybe
because it's men seeks woman.
Men? Would it not be men seek the woman who's men seek a woman who's not a cheating skank?
Yeah, seeks.
Men
seeks woman who's not a cheating skank. I think that's totally reasonable if there's multiple men there.
True. You might be onto something there.
Okay.
My dog's just woken up.
Your dog's just woken up. Should we pause here?
Let's pause here. Let's see what happens. And we're back in the room. And you're taking a drink.
I am back in the room now. Finished my little drinkums. God, your dog's cute.
She is cute.
She is a cutie.
She is cute. I'll be glad when she's got that kind of base level training, though, where she'll listen to you all the time. Yeah. Not just when she wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part of being a puppy, though, isn't it? That she just does what she fucking wants, you know?
I don't want to wish away her puppiness, because she is adorable.
She is. She is. Right, should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, should we move on to some more?
Yeah.
Far away.
Okay. Seeking someone who can do a good Donald Duck voice to leave a romantic message for my girlfriend.
How's your Donald Duck voice?
I used to do like a really good one.
That's not what I asked.
I'm smart. No, it's like you have to like squeeze it out the side of your mouth. Like,
yeah, I can't.
Yeah, not very good.
No.
I want to understand that relationship. Do you think she's like in love with Donald Duck?
She got like a Donald Duck fetish.
Yeah. And it's just Donald Duck and not like the whole family?
It must be a Donald. It must be a thing.
Yeah.
It must be like a, I don't know, a little in joke.
What kind of romantic message do you think Donald Duck would leave?
I want to know if it was like a proper, like a dirty message that this guy had to read in it.
I want to put my bill.
Oh, no. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Tony-looking actor seeks divorced beauty with guest house north of Wilshire. I'm tan, talented, and will provide Pilates instruction in exchange for romance and rent.
What is Tony-looking actor?
I don't know. Well, because Tony's like an award, aren't they? Like a musicals award.
But is that not with the I?
Is it Tony, a looking actor, seeks divorce? Is he saying he's like good looking?
Oh, maybe it is.
Is that what it is? And his name's Tony.
No, but is it looking actor? This is very
Doesn't
strange.
make any sense.
It seems to me that Tony's very specifically going after one person here.
We've not encountered much of these yet, but you do get people who, instead of they will seek either someone to live with them, or
Right.
they'll be the people looking to live somewhere. So instead of paying rent, they'll just be like a side piece. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm living with Annie? Because I'm Annie's side piece.
Annie's side piece.
Yes. No, I've never encountered it. But I'm
Never
curious.
encountered. I've seen some weird like adverts before though. Ugly, repulsive 21-year-old seeks equally ugly partner to make exceptionally ugly offspring. I'm unfaithful, twisted, and have terrible SOH.
Sense of humour.
County Durham, call me now.
I think this is someone put it up as revenge.
Do you think?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the I'm unfaithful, twisted, and have a horrible sense of humour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's someone who's like, you're ugly, you're twisted, you got a terrible sense of humour, get out my house, you unfaithful bastard.
Yes. When like a 70s TV show.
Yes.
And they put up their, do you know what I mean, the other person's number and goes, and then people ring up like, yes, I'm also an ugly person.
Yeah. That'd be, I'd love to do that to someone.
Okay, here's one. Have Viagra. Need woman. Any woman. Between 18 and 80.
Wow, he's not specific, is he?
That is...
He just really wants to try his Viagra.
Yes. Maybe he's already taken it and he's sent this in.
I would like to know if anyone
Yeah.
has responded to these adverts. Like, a lot of these that we've read that are so ridiculously ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Has any sane person?
Not any sane person, no.
Nah.
But people probably.
And then you'll get two batshit people together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But is that the only way you've batshit people meet other batshit people in batshit ways?
Potentially.
I think so.
In a way, it's quite sweet then. A tall, well-built woman with good reputation who can cook frog's legs, who appreciates a good fuchsia garden, classical music, and talking without getting too serious. But please only read lines 1, 3, and 5.
You don't want me to read it? Or you got it?
Go on, you do it.
A tall, well-built woman with good legs who appreciates a good fucking without getting too serious. Have you never seen that one before?
No, I haven't. I thought something weird must be going on when all these lines were
All the
running
line
into
breaks.
each other.
Yeah.
That's
I can't believe you've never seen. That's like one of the oldest jokes
oldest tricks in the book.
ever. I can't believe you've never
No,
seen
I've
that.
not seen that before.
Wow, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one. I'd respond.
Would you?
Yeah.
As a tall, well-built woman.
Yeah, well, it's not seeking a tall, well-built woman.
Wanted at the top says that. Wanted a tall, well-built woman.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Ben. You haven't really been single in the age of online and internet dating.
Mm-hmm.
If you were, how do you think you'd do? Do you think you'd enjoy Tinder, for example?
Nah, it'd be awful.
You reckon?
I wouldn't know where to begin. I feel like we spoke about this in the dating one.
Did we?
Did we do a Valentine's dating thing? I will do it again. No, I would be terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to flirt. I can never tell if anyone's flirting with me anyway.
Oh, text is terrible to tell if anybody's flirting, though.
Nah. I'm quite happy in my relationship with my girlfriend.
And that's the only reason I won't leave, is I'm scared of being alone.
No.
No?
No.
You
If
sure?
Jenna is listening.
Ah, okay.
No, I would be terrible. I don't like the thought of having to do Tinder, and
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure now.
What, because you're getting to a certain age? Now that you're over 30?
No. I mean, in this Tinder age,
Yeah.
I feel like people have a lot of pressure on them to, have to play the game of Tinder, and
Interesting.
I don't know.
Do you think you would enjoy the swiping? You know, the judging of
Swipe.
hot or not?
Yeah, that's the fun bit.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of when I was doing it, and I had friends that were doing it as well, a lot of the guys would be like, they would just swipe on everything.
Swipe everything.
Like a shotgun style. And then
and then decide later.
Yeah. Which I feel
Probably
like
the best tactic.
Well, they were all still single. And now I'm in a relationship. Not that I met my girlfriend through Tinder.
And you didn't do the blanket swiping.
I didn't. No, I was much more picky.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to waste my time on uggos, you know what I mean?
You have such a way with words,
it's all
don't
about
you?
it's all about personality.
Well, how many people do you think make... Because I feel like Tinder, at the core of it, isn't really for relationships as such. Most people would use it for a quick fling. Not everyone.
I think it depends. You can go on there being like, I only want to hook up with people.
Yeah.
And you will find people that only want to hook up with people.
Yeah.
And then if you go on there with the idea of, I want to go on a date and find people to... You will meet that kind of person as well. So it does depend.
I'm curious of the ratio.
Well, download Tinder. We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll do a real life study.
Right, Ben, if you were to write your own personal thing about yourself...
You can't spring this on me now.
What would you write?
Hang on, what's my lingo? Is it SWM? Single white male?
No, you Jewish female.
Sorry. SJW.
Right.
Short Jewish woman.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking... What was the one we came across? WWWWJM.
Big boobies.
A really, really, really
right.
something.
No, how would you describe yourself if you put yourself up like this as like a little description of yourself?
All right.
Seeking
All right.
this.
What am I seeking?
Bit of both.
What am I?
Like put yourself and then
me?
like seeking blank.
All right. Well, I've got a dog, so I've got to have someone who likes dogs.
Right. Willing to Instagram pictures of my dog speaking as a dog.
I like how you've turned this into this is my...
Ben, it's your dog, it must be your thing.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
How would you describe yourself then? To like entice the people in.
Fun-loving, olive-skinned man with brown hair, brown eyes.
Ben, first, number one, numero uno, you think you put in that as you go, professional musician.
Professional musician.
Yeah, 100%.
Hilarious stand-up comic. Have a highly successful podcast.
This is an advertisement for the podcast.
Let's do that.
How much do you think it costs? Like, there's classified ads in this. How much do you think we would get people listening to our podcast if we advertised in the Echo? Should we do it? How much do you think it costs?
I reckon it'd cost way more than you'd think, and it wouldn't be worth the price.
Well, that's what we'll spend Patreon money on.
Let's see. The power of reach: 37 million unique visitors every month, 9 million readers. I reckon it'd be about 100 quid.
Yeah. You think it's more effective doing that or like advertising on Facebook?
Probably Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you reckon anyone has ever advertised a podcast in the Liverpool Echo?
I don't know.
I'm really tempted to email to see.
Well, I mean, just ask.
Should we just do it?
Yeah.
Right, advertisement inquiry submitted. What a lot of effort for...
No response. We're not going to spend any money on that.
No.
Right, is that the end of this episode?
I believe it is.
It is. Well, thank you very much for listening. If you've ever written a classified ad, please let us know. I'll be very curious.
There we go. You got there in the end.
Couldn't think of a word about what you wrote.
I'd love to hear some of them.
Yes, if you would like to get in contact with us, our email address is bar@twosheepinapool.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for listening. I've been James.
You can also follow Maple the Sprocker at Maple the Sprocker on Instagram.
Please don't.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
See you.